nothing to do, nowhere to go. Dekho suno mat bolo. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, we 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave नरूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर नट संप्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढ़मूलम असंग शस्त्रेण दृढ़ेन चित्वा. Attachment is an illusion. If we are not able to understand this, then start nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvaihi vimukta sukha dukkha sajnaihi. All these 5 principles are pointing only to one thing, that attachment is an illusion. Once I went to US someplace, and my host, I reached there by about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and there was a lot of hassle in their house. So many things going on. So they say, Swamiji, you'll please excuse us, you can take rest. We have to go because there is a drama where my son is acting. So I have to go there. I said, then I will also come if you have no objection. Yes, yes, we actually want you to come. So I went there. Children's drama, like this big stage, and all were animals. So somebody dressed like a cow, somebody dressed like a deer, somebody dressed like a tiger, somebody dressed like an elephant, like that. So all this. And all the parents sitting in the front row and with their camera. So you can't see who is who. So my host, she told me, Swamiji, you know that elephant, he is my son. Very good. And then her whole focus was only on that, doing recording. And after all that was over, then the director, choreographer, she came from this backside of the stage, and she told my host, see, your son got very confused and he became very nervous. And therefore he said, I don't want to go on the stage. I will not go. But we already had one standby. So that boy said, okay, I'll go. Because there are no dialogues. Only you have to put on that dumb dress and act as if you are talking, etc. So he went and everything was done. And this lady took the picture thinking that elephant is my son. So when that happened, then I asked her, will you delete it now? See, it's all our mind's projection that we are attached to something or somebody. No. The only way is, like in the drama, do your job perfectly well, knowing very well that this is just a drama. See? Otherwise, we will get lost in this world. And this is what exactly happens. And therefore, when this practice is done, dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sajnaihi, so let there be miseries, but don't become miserable. This is the choice given to us by God. You know, when you come to Australia, now this is no more in other countries, but Australia still it is having. They will be giving a long form and you have to reply yes, no, yes, no. So many questions. Similarly, when we came in this world, through our immigration, we were given by Brahmaji one immigration form. And it was written there. Welcome to this world. See, I normally land in Virginia in USA. So on that airport, in English, you know that floating welcome, it goes on in all the languages. When it comes to Hindi, the person who has told, he must be a Bengali or a Nepali. The original English is welcome to Virginia. Now he has written, so he must have told. So what is it? Welcome to Virginia. How can you be miserable in this world? The world is full of joy. See? So, when we were coming in this world, welcome to this world. Which is this world? Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya. You are entering the most terrible land, full of miseries and temporary. And question, do you want to be miserable? Options are given, yes and no. You tick yes, tathastu. And you tick no. Friends, we can attribute miseries to somebody or something. But we are all miserable by choice. Choose correctly. And how it is achieved? Dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sajnehi. Only through wisdom. Who doesn't have problems? Everybody has problems. See? Similarly, thodi gam hai, thodi khushi hai. This is what life is. But instead of that, when something good happens, we jump out of our skin. Then when something bad happens, we go below the table. No. Relax. Maintain equanimity. Inside. Outside you have to show. See? When you go to attend somebody's marriage, you have to show that you are happy. You don't know what is going to happen. Now, such a person, amudha, such wise people, they are no more disturbed by this world. So the bottom line of all this thought is, let there be any experience, but let an experiencer be not born. Enjoy. And if an experiencer is born, you want to repeat it. And whenever you want to repeat something, you are addicted, you are not the right way. So, gachanti amudhaha. What do they attain? Avyayam padam. You come back to that experience of your life which is uncorrupted under any set of circumstances. Up to here we have seen yesterday. Now, what is that avyayam padam? What is that eternal truth? What is our essential nature? This is the sixth mantra. Please repeat after me. Na tad bhasayate suryaha na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante taddhama paramam mama. See, in our scriptures, the mantras have three-layer meaning. Adhi bhautik, Adhi daivik, and adhyatmik. Word is the same, but the meaning has to be understood with reference. Therefore, when we study scriptures with the dictionary in the hand and try to learn, we will end up in chaos and confusion. Therefore, We have to clearly understand these three principles: Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, and Adhyatmik, three of them. Now, to understand this, take an example. The sun which is hanging in the sky, whom we see once in a while, that sun is Adi Bhautik. The Adi Daivik sun is what? That sun, because of whom, through the mantra Shakti, Karna was born to whom? Kunti. So, Karna's father is sun, he is Adi Daivik. The sun that we see in the sky is Adi Bhautik. And third, Adhyatmik. That principle because of which we have vision in our eyes. That is Adhyatmik sun. See? Now we have no control over the Adi Bhautik sun. We cannot do anything with the Adi Daivik sun. What is at our disposal is the Adhyatmik sun. Now here the teacher says, Natad bhasayate suryaha na shashanko na pavaka. See? The Adi Bhautik sun we have understood. So it is said, Natad bhasayate suryaha. The reality, the truth that we attain after going through the principle of non-attachment, Natad bhasayate surya. The sun does not shine there. Meaning, the sun is important to indicate the truth. Which sun? Adi Bhautik. Then, na shashankaha. Shashanka means the moon. Even the moon cannot illuminate the truth. Then the third is pavakaha, the fire. These are the three sources of light which illuminate this world. This is Adi Bhautik and Adi Daivik. Now, what is the Adi Daivik? For example, Adi Daivik fire. See? So, Adi Daivik fire is what we see in Kenopanishad. This fire had this arrogance that because of me I can burn anything to ashes. But that is not his potentiality. Potentiality is of the Paramatma, which is expressing through the structure of fire. So, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik. Now come to Adhyatmik. Now we have to be subjective in our study of scriptures, not objective. So, Natad Bhasayate Suryaha. The Surya means our vision. That Suryaha na Bhasayate, our vision cannot comprehend the truth. And what is our structure? I want to see God. We cannot see even light. This is so simple. We are seeing each other, is it not? In between also there is light. Why we are not able to see the light in between? Because light is a dark light. You cannot see light. What we are seeing is only the reflected light. The light is falling on my beautiful face, and then that reflected light is seen by your eyes. See, similarly, what we call sunlight, it is actually a daylight. It is not sunlight. If we have to define sunlight, sunlight is a dark light. See, friends, therefore, natad bhasayate suryaha, meaning don't try to use Surya. Vision is Jnanendriya, is all the sense organs. So none of your sense organs will ever be functional if you want to know the truth. This is the meaning. See? Natad bhasayate suryaha. Then second is na pavakaha. Pavaka is fire. Now fire is the presiding deity of speech. That's why we say, oh, it was a fiery speech. So, speech is the karmendriya, organ of action. So, no tad bhasayati suryaha, your sense organs will not function. Then, no pavakaha, your organs of action will not function. Then, no shashankaha, moon is the presiding deity of the mind. Meaning what? न तत्र चक्षुर गच्छति न वाक् गच्छति न मनः न विद्मः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्यात्. All our faculties are important to reveal the truth. What is to be done? Transcend them. We are able to see everything in this world. Like you are seeing the backdrop, you are seeing this mic stands, camera, everything. Because your eyes are functional. Very good. Now with your own eyes, try to see your own eyes. Try. You will struggle. In one college, one girl said, I can see. Very good. Show me. I will also try that way. From her purse, she took out that small little mirror, what they used to see their own lips. And they say, I can see. I say, hey, you are so intelligent. Now that eye that you are seeing, your own eye, in that eye apply kajal. What you are seeing is the reflection, not the original eye. See, friends. Therefore, what is the meaning of this mantra? Natad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha. Meaning, none of our sense organs, organs of action, or the mind can ever know the truth. Now, what is the function of the mind? Mind experiences pains and joy. The truth is beyond joy and sorrows. So this experience, where your sense organs, your organs of action, and your mind is dropped. This is that. The moment you use sense organs, you struggle. The moment you will use your organs of action, you will like to create something. What the actions do? If something is far away, we walk because the object is far away. If something is dirty, we wash. Action. Then, if something is incomplete, we want to add something and make it complete. But the self that we are is not far away, is not incomplete, is not dirty. This is the meaning. Na tad bhasayate suryaha, na shashanko na pavakaha, and yad gatva na nivartante. And this we have to, gatva means having experienced. You know, this root where the movement is indicated is also used to indicate the knowledge. So yad gatva, having experience which, see, na nivartante, meaning what? You have to know your essential nature only once in a lifetime. You will not forget, because you are not knowing it through your sense organs. You are not knowing it through your organs of action. You are not perceiving it through your intellect or the mind. And therefore, it cannot be and need not be repeated. Yad gatva na nivartante taddhama paramam. That is our ultimate being. So who will be able to practice this? When natad bhasayate suryaha, we are no more attracted or influenced by any object in the world, and therefore we are no more the slaves of our sense organs. When we are fully convinced anything which is created lasts for some time, ends after some time. That which has a beginning will have the end. Like our satsang has a beginning, it will end. Thank God. See, friends, therefore it is neither created nor known objectively. And nor it is an experience like something. No, it is all by itself. So, na yad gatva na nivartante. Therefore, all the spiritual practice is only this asanga shastrena dudena chitva. Don't get involved too much in this world. Children are born through us. They are not born to us. One couple had 4 children, 4 sons. Elder one was very calm, quiet, contemplative, studious, not demanding anything. The second one was like a politician. The third one was all the time talking only in terms of money, money, money. What will I get? If I do the lawn mowing, what will I get? Money. And the fourth one was good for nothing. So these 4 children, first was Brahmin, second was Kshatriya, third was Vaishya, and fourth was government servant. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Those who are good for nothing, they are fit for government job. Now the parents are the same. Parents are not different. So what we give to the children is only the hardware. He brings his own software. You can't change it. And therefore, up to a particular age, yes, maybe up to the age of 5, 6, 7, love, hug, do everything. Then 7 onward up to the age of 13, discipline. Don't go on praising your own kids in front of them. See, the other day I went to somebody's house here only. And I was, just to avoid questions, I was sitting and started some kind of thing on the TV. But there also the father came and then he called his son, Beta, come and sit with us. And then that fellow, and we are watching, Swamiji, he is very naughty. He is like Krishna. He doesn't listen to me, but he is very intelligent. He is very good in his studies. What message you are passing? See? Now that child will have that dumb thing in his mind. I am very nice. I am very good. It is okay inside the house. Reality comes when you go outside in the world. Their mummy, daddy is not there. Then you have to face the reality of life. Never praise and go on talking. And those dumb kids, it is not their fault. They keep on listening. They are seeking attention all the time. See? This is what is called as attachment. See? And particularly grandparents are attached to grandchildren. Do you know why? I'll tell you the secret. They were suffering because of their own children. But then what can you do? If your own teeth have bitten your own lips, where will you go and complain? So the parents go through the torture because of their own children, but they want to take a revenge. So when, therefore they insist, beta, get married. Get married. Why? I'll teach you. See, And then when they get the grandchildren, then whatever the mother or the father of the grandchild wants to discipline the child, he looks at the grandfather and grandfather winks. So the parents tell, don't eat chocolate. And he looks and he goes outing and have a lot of chocolate. And then, how do I know? They complain. Swamiji, see, my father-in-law, I don't know how to tell him. He doesn't understand. Say, yes, had he understood, he would never have married. He is spoiling my grandson, his grandson. What should I do? I say, he is not spoiling, he is taking the revenge. You must have seen, when something happens, the parents tell to their son, Beta, when you were small, you were also doing like this thing. See, friends, this is attachment. See, don't get too much involved. Then such a person, what kind of spiritual practice he is doing all the time, buried in the house. Now continuing further, now the question comes, who is living life? See? Eyes are not seeing. Eyes are just instrument. Like the mic is not speaking, there is somebody behind the mic. The glasses are not seeing, there are eyes behind the mind. Similarly, eyes are not seeing, there is the mind behind the eyes. And there is somebody behind the mind. See? So who is that? So the first principle brought out in our scripture is, we are all expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. If I am a husband, thank God I am not. If I am a husband, the cause of my misery will be my wife. If I am a mother, the cause of my misery will be my children. If I am a daughter-in-law, cause of my misery is my mother-in-law. Net result what? I as a husband want to improve the wife. It is called as Ashakyanushthan. The children are troubling me, therefore I want to improve my children. It can never be done. See? And then I want to improve my mother-in-law. An illusion. See? How simple it is. We go on blaming others. Our scriptures tell, you are squarely responsible for everything that happens in your life. Don't blame anyone. See? One example I'll tell you. One husband came to me and said, Swamiji, don't quote my example, but I am telling you, I am so disturbed because of my wife. She doesn't listen to me and I get tortured. I said, divorce, throw her away, get married again. No, I can't do that. Why? She is earning. Then suffer. Now what should be done? Why this is happening? Other people's wives are so good. The grass on the other side of the fence is green. Then I told, look here. Now he has come to me. I being a Swami, I have to help him to come out of his tragedy. So I tell him, do you know, in the last life, you have tortured her. And that time she was doing Karwa Chauth. 7 lives she is not going to live. Oh God! Now only one option. Don't blame her for anything and behave properly with her. Then what will happen? In the next life, she will not be your wife. Really? I say yes. Now what will be the net result? Net result will be, he will stop blaming others and he will start working on himself. This is what our scriptures tell. That you are suffering because of your karma in the last life. In the last life, this body was not there, but you were there. And if you do bad karma, in the next life you will suffer. That time also, this body will not be there. Therefore, we are told, you are not body, but you are embodied. And then who is that embodied? Unknown is indicated by X, is it not? So that X is called in our scriptures as Jiva or the soul. And we imagine this way. Somebody has to write a answer. So some mathematical problem is given and establish the value. So how we do? We take the data and we start. Suppose the value is X. And without establishing the value of X, if we submit our answer book, will we get marks? No. You have to establish the value of X. Exactly the same way. When we are told we are not body, but we are embodied, that embodied is the Jiva, now establish the value of Jiva. This is done only in Vedanta Shastra. Other places, they take Jiva as real. See, friends, the soul is not real. So that which is not real, how can you improve that? See, one couple, I was staying with them, and they were very convinced, Swamiji, what you tell is true. All our relational things are not real, they are mithya. I am very clear, both of them said. But question is, how do we apply it in our day-to-day life? I said, I'll tell you, very simple. You address your husband, hey mithya, prepare a cup of tea. And then he will get tea. Mithya, take this. See? Don't take life seriously. See, friends. So, who is this Jiva? Now, this Jiva topic is brought over here. See, Bhagavan says, 7th mantra, Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha Manashashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati Gruhitvaitani Sayyati Vayurgandhani Vashayat Shrotram Chakshusparshanancha Rasanam Granamevacha Adhisthaya Manaschayam Vishayanupasevate Utkramantam Sthitam Vapi Gunjanam Va Gunanvitam Vimudhananupashyanti Pashyanti Jnana Chakshushaha. This is the story of the soul. Now first we take the usual meaning, wherein the soul is taken as real. So what is said? Mama eva amshaha, a part of me become the jiva. Jiva loke jiva bhutaha. A part of me become the jiva. Then what he does there, that jiva? Manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Then through the 5 sense organs and the mind, he is karshati, pulled. He is pulled toward the objective lifestyle. And thereafter what he does? Then shariram yadavapnoti yachapyut kramati ishvaraha. Then when he goes in the prakriti, shariram yadavapnoti, whatever body he gets, human, animal, plant, anything, what your body gets, shariram yadavapnoti yachya api utkramati ishvaraha. And then he leaves that body and he goes out of it. Now who? Ishvaraha. Now be very attentive. Okay, I'll tell you later. So he goes out of this body. Then how does he go out? Gruhit vaitani sanyati vayur gandhani vashayat. So he carries with him all his faculties. Shrotram, chakshus, parachanam cha, rasanam, granam evacha, adhishtayam, manashchayam. So 5 sense organs and mind and all the organs of action he carries with him in the next body. And like what? Vayur gandhani vashayat. When the air flows over the dirty area, it carries the dirty smell for some time and then leaves it. In this manner, the jiva goes from one body to another body, and while going, he carries his own software. So, adhishtaya manashchayam vishaya upasevate. So, through the sense organs and in the mind, he goes through good and bad experiences. And then, utkramantam sthitam vapi. Either he is living in the body or he is leaving the body and going in another body and enjoying bhunjanam va gunanvitam. So he goes through the 3 types of experiences, the possession, indulgence, knowledge, etc. This story, vimudhananupashanti, this story is not understood by the dull-witted fools. Vimudhananu pashanti. Then who understand? Pashanti jnana chakshusha. Those whose vision of wisdom is opened, they only understand the meaning of this. See? Therefore, after studying Bhagavad Gita, you are not allowed to die even if you are from Australia. For the first time, one Australian I came across, I was in India at that time. So he said, Swamiji, how are you? I'm from Australia, etc. He said. I said, when did you come? He said, to die. I said, I am not asking the purpose. So, mama eva amshaha, a fraction of me. Now, who is Paramatma? Sanatanaha, beyond the limitations of any criteria, time, space, and object. So, infinite. Can there be any fractions in the infinite? Infinite cannot have fractions. Infinite plus minus anything neither increases nor decreases. So if Paramatma is Sanatana, his fractions cannot exist. Then what exists? You can imagine. Like earlier, Indian rupee was having 64 paisa. Those of you are oldly like me, you may know. 64 paisa. Then on 6th of June 1966, they decided to adopt the metric system. And then 1 rupee became 100 paisa. So earlier, imagination, there are 64 paisas. Now another imagination, now there are 100 naya paisa. Who knows, they will say 1000 naya paisa. It can happen. Imaginations only can make fractions in the infinite. Friends, therefore, what is the purpose of this story of Jiva? This story I had told number of places. This is so simple to convey the meaning. One fish from the sea went to a well, and the frog in the well asked him, where are you from, etc. So when the fish told, I am from the ocean, so much big and all that, the frog in the well cannot understand, we are the frog in the well. Then they go to the ocean. After going there, what will happen? Maunam vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. Therefore, whatever experiences we gather through the limitations of sense organs, mind and intellect, they are limited experiences. They will never be able to comprehend the infinite. If you want to experience the infinite, a simplest example, colors are finite. Red is not green, green is not yellow, yellow is not brown. They are finite. They are exclusive, mutually exclusive. See? Forms are finite. Somebody is round, something is square, something is oblong, something is elongated. But the colors and forms which are illuminated by the vision is infinite. No color, no shape. And therefore, you can never know what the vision is like. Be attentive. If we come and live at the vision level, what will happen? Like the space, supports all the contents, rejects none of them, but doesn't get influenced by any one of them. Is it not our experience? Our vision illuminates all colors and forms, doesn't reject anything, at the same time, doesn't get influenced by anything. Now tell me what sadhana you want to do? A fraction of vision is colors and forms. So colors and forms are the soul. A fraction of mind is the vision. Because mind has no color, no form, no smell, no taste. See, a fraction of man is son. A fraction of man is husband. A fraction of man is the father. Are they divided into three parts? So what is the jiva or the soul? When infinite is referred with reference to some conditionings, that conditioned expression of the infinite is called as the jiva. And it is abhivyakti, it is manifestation, it is not individuality. See, friends, but what happens? We get lost in this individuality and start taking the jiva as real. And therefore we suffer in life. So the first mistake we do is Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha doesn't mean that Bhagwan has become the Jiva. No, the real word is Jiva Na. Na means not. It is the life which is real, not the Jiva. See? It is the vision which is real, not the colors and form. They are subject to change. It is the mind which is real, not the sense organs. It is the I who is real, not the mind. It is the Chetana, life which is real, not the world. It is the Chaitanya which is real, not the life. This experience of yours, न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्कः न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. This is what you are. Now this experience is not gathered by you through your sense organs, through your organs of action or mind. This is trans mind experience. This is what is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You have not done anything. And this you cannot define. You are seeing, you are hearing, yet seer and hearer is not born. Just absorbing. Like Apurjamanam Samudrapatishta Samudrameva. Like the rivers go to the ocean and be one with the ocean. In the same manner, all the things are merging back in the divine that we are. Mamayivamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. And this jivana or the life. Now that life is expressing as mind. And the mind expresses as the sense organs, therefore, manashashtani indriyani. The mind expressing through the 5 sense organs becomes a faculty by which the world is seen. I had a friend, he is no more. He was always having a nose block. Always. So he used to tell me, Swamiji, you tell that there are 5 objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. I don't believe in that. Why? I know only Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. I never get any smell. So every object is established if you have that faculty. For a blind person, colors and forms don't exist. For a deaf person, sounds don't exist. For a person who has enfolded his intellect or individuality or I, for him, the world doesn't exist. Where are all the colors and forms? All the colors and forms are in the vision. Where are all the sense organs? They are in the mind. Where are all the experiences of the mind? In I. Where is this I? In the principle of life, Chetana. What is Chetana? Expression of the Chaitanya. This GPS is the guiding map which will take us to ourselves. And this journey is neither in space nor does it take any time. It is beyond space and time. It begins and ends from nowhere to nobody. Manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. The story continues. Then what happens? Because you have done papa karma and at the time of death you are thinking of something. Yam yam vapi swaran bhavam tajatyante kalevaram tam tameva iti kaunteya. Whatever is the last thought, your last thought at the time of leaving the body becomes your blueprint you hand over to Bhagavan. This is the blueprint I want my house. I don't know if I told you this. I was in Switzerland with my friend, his wife and 2 small kids. Now both of them are married, the kids. So they were small. Maybe the daughter was about 10 and the second daughter was about 8. Very close to me, very sweet children. So we went and sat in some restaurant, open way, very beautiful. And the parents went to check what are the things available, can they make something vegetarian. That very time one madam came and next table, she took out her purse, small purse, and kept it on the table. And from the purse, she took out a small baby dog, live, small one. Very cute. And nice bow and everything and clothes and everything. And kept it. And honey darling, something is coming for you, surprise, okay? Sit here, don't go anywhere. And these kids ask me, Swamiji, yes, what this dog must have done, he is born in such a comfortable and unique life. I said, look here, in the last life, he must be a great Dharmatma. And therefore, because he must have done lot of charity and lot of donations, etc., therefore, in this life, he is getting everything returned back, comfortably living, no work, no nothing. But at the time of death, he must have thought about his dog. See? So those who are having dogs in their house, remember next life. That is why they feel so attracted. अरे ये पिछले जन्म का तो नहीं है. If you have to love human beings. See? You know why they love dogs? It is one side. When I come from outside my home and my dog is waiting for me. And the moment I enter, he will be climbing all over me and do the whitewash. And he get the organic salt in everything. And we start feeling, oh, my dog loves me so much, He cannot live without me and I cannot live without him. And the dog is everywhere in the house, in the bed also, they sleep with the dog. Then one day I come, totally frustrated, kicked by the world. And dog has no other purpose. So when I come, as usual, he will start climbing on me. I say, you rascal, get away. Give him one. Then he will not react. He will go below the sofa and sit. Vasrika. He'll continue. And then I'll be opening the liquid spirituality and the bottle will be emptied in a drum. And then I will get into a high mood, Shambhavi Mudra. And then I remember, Tommy, and the Tommy will come and start playing. Try to do this thing with your wife. See? We want only one-sided love. See, friends. Therefore, we get so much involved unnecessarily. So, shariram yadavapnoti, and because of those samskar on the mind, then again we get different types of bodies. Then, yachapyutkramati then we give up this body, we enter another body. Now see, first in the 7th verse, it was said, my part of me becomes the jiva. Now in this verse, 8th verse, he says, shariram yadavapnoti yachapyut kramati ishvaraha. So jiva is Ishvara. He alone is controlling this body. See? Jiva and Ishvara are not two. In Mundakopanishad, there is a mantra where it is said, Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vriksham parishvajate tayo anyaha pippalam swadumatti anashnan anyaha abhichakashiti. On a tree, on a branch, there are two birds. They look alike 100%. Always they are together. They never separate. And one of the bird is constantly perching on the fruits of that tree, and according to the test that he gets, sometimes he is happy, sometimes he is miserable. But the other bird is not perching at all on that particular tree or the fruits. See? So we will start understanding, oh, there are two birds. No. They are always together. What is always together? We and our shadow. See? If our shadow falls or reflection falls in the water, then if the water is shaky, it looks as if it is moving. But we don't. In the same manner, man and husband, they are the two birds. The husband is never happy, and the man is never miserable. The reason is because the man has to go through or carry the burden of the upadhi, the conditioning. So the husband is the jiva and the man is the Brahman, the reality. See? And therefore, husband, mother, father, sister, in-laws, outlaws, these are all common nouns. They are not proper noun. Husband is a common noun or proper noun? It's a common noun. The common noun means what? It is common for every husband. What? Being miserable. Common. See, friends, the more we understand this, our interaction with life will change. So, shariram yadavapnoti yachapyut kramati shvaraha. Now be attentive. This happened in Germany many years before. When my talk or retreat was over, one lady asked me this question. Swamiji, you should have come in my life 25 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not for that purpose. Then I realize now it was my mistake that I divorced 3 times. I said, now 4th time you don't divorce. Get married to any dumb fellow available, get married. I said, you ask me question. No, I want to ask you question. Question is, when you got married first time, for our understanding, you were W1 and your husband was H1. So what was the pair? Mr. Mrs. W1 H1. Correct? Yes. You divorce. You again got married. Second, W2 H2. Third, W3 H3. Now my question is, W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? Is the W3 third time you got married, is it a total of the earlier 2? And when you divorce, where that wife has gone? To understand it, take your day-to-day example. You drive the car, but this will never strike you because you are busy with all unwanted things. Next time you sit, do this experiment. Inside, in your garage or inside your compound, not on the road. Switch on your car. What happens? Horsepower is invoked. Switch off. Horsepower died. Second time, switch on. Again, horsepower came. Switch off, again gone. Do it n number of times. So, is HP1 is equal to HP2 is equal to HP3. And in that horsepower, neither there is a horse nor power. And the horsepower is neither in the petrol nor in the steel of which the engine is made. And who is carrying both the petrol as well as the steel? The horsepower. Exactly the same way. You and me as somebody are the donkey power. So when I get married, a husband is born. Where is this husband? He is like a horsepower in the car. We are in the body as a donkey power. If you take this knowledge in letter and spirit, you will never be miserable in life. Friends. Therefore, after having studied Bhagavad Gita, you have lost your right to be miserable. So, shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati shvaraha. So, is this one jiva going to the one husband, husband number 1, when he divorces, then gets married? Is it the first husband is getting married to the second wife? No, it is a man. Husband is over with the divorce, but man is still there. And therefore, Ishvaraha. See? So how to invoke the Ishvara in us? Don't be enslaved by your sense organs, your organs of action, your mind and intellect. Be the master, not a slave. Therefore, yes, we all go through good and bad experiences, but if some experiencer is born, you are a jiva. But when good and bad experiences are going through and an experiencer is not born, you are divine, you are Ishvara. See, friends, Bhagavad Gita is so deep if we are able to dig deep in it. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati Ishvaraha. Then gruhitvaitani sanyati etani indriyani. When all these faculties he catches, collect together and goes in another body. So who carries? Not the husband, not the jiva, but Ishvara carries. Husband number one doesn't go to the second wife, but the man goes. So, Shariram Yadavapnoti, the Ishvara that we are. Ishvara is the controller. So, be very attentive. I think I should eat this thing. But doctor told if you eat 1 teaspoonful of sugar, I don't think you will need to come to me again. Doctor, is it that serious? Yes, it is that serious. But again the sweet comes in front. What is life without eating sugar? But should I die only for that useless sugar? No, I should not take it. But suppose I take a little bit. Maybe I can take little injection and take it. But the doctor clearly told, don't take, it is not good for you. Now there is a dialogue between the Jiva and the Ishvara. And if the Jiva is powerful, we eat and die. If Ishvara is powerful, are you a weakling or what? No means no. Invoke the Ishvara in you. Don't be a slave. Slave can never be happy in life. This I learned in my life. I told you my whole life is learning. Initially, when I was new in my profession, and I didn't know much about it, and they will be giving me food in a plate, and they used to give so much, as if I have not taken food for last 600 years, huge quantity. I am a buffalo, so they will give me. And Anna, the food is Brahman, see? How can I throw the food? No. I have to eat. And as a result, Madhya Pradesh started getting upset. Then I was thinking what to do. Then I developed my own technique. Yes, very good, nice, okay? Give me some spoon, and from that, whatever they have given, I take whatever I had to take. And keep rest of the things away. But Swamiji, that is prasad for you. Well, see, friends, but if you go on listening to this Amma, they will kill you. See, one Sindhi, when I went to their house, this happened in Bombay. I told, okay, I'll come and see your mother, she is not well. But before that, up to 1 o'clock, I had to go 4 or 5 places for some functions. So I'll be eating there. I won't eat anything in your house, even a glass of water. Okay, Swamiji. But Sindhis are Sindhis, you can't improve them. So I went to their house. And so much of rich food ready. So I went and talked to the old lady. I said, very good, Amma, take care, okay? And then, Swamiji, but you have to eat something. We have prepared so much for you. I said, I told you I'm not going to eat. No, you have to eat something. I said, if I eat, I will die. Never mind, eat. That day I realized what. Then I discovered one Maha Mantra. You know what is that mantra? We must have the ability to say no. And also, we must have the courage to listen no in life. If you cannot have that strength to deny, the world will crush you. See, friends, no, actually, I don't take drinks and all that, but my friend told me, no, I take once in a while. And then I thought, why once in a while? Daba. See, you have that strength in you. That ability to rule over your mind is Ishvara. Therefore, Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati Ishvaraha. So invoke whether you are a slave to your sense organs or you are a master. Or then this Ishvara, he again, the same department goes from one body to another body. Vayurgandha Nivashayat, like the winds which flow over some surface carry the smell. The smell is called as vasana. Be attentive. Eyes have got two aspects. One is structural, second is functional. All our faculties, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, organs of action and organs of perception, they are structural as well as functional. But when we come to the mind is only functional. There is no structural there. See? Functional means what? The virtual reality. Virtual reality is useful, but doesn't exist. See? And all our spiritual practice is a march from the virtual to the actual. So husband is a virtual reality, man is the actual reality. Who is important? Virtual or the actual? See? Therefore, Vayur Gandha Nivashayat. Gandha means smell, means vasa. Vasa means vasana. Now be attentive. When we talk about mind, or technically Antakaran Chatushtaya, actually many of the Vedanta students, they get lost in that. These four things, mind, Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar, they are not structural. They are only functional. What is the functional definition of these four? Thoughts in a state of confusion and chaos. That confusion, chaotic state of the thought is called mind. Then the thoughts in a state of decision. Right or wrong is not the criteria. Decision, decisive thoughts will be called as the intellect. The third thing, the thoughts in the form of memory is called the chitta. And fourth, the owner of these three is called as ahankar. So mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, these are the functional differences of the state of thoughts. Now the question comes, can there be wrinkles without a cloth? Can there be waves without the ocean? Then the question comes, thoughts on what? See, that is called antakaran. External sense organs are called as bahikaran, external organs. Internal organs are called as antakaran. So antakaran has got four types of thoughts, and this antakaran is not a structural entity like the magnetic field in a fan. It is not structure. See, can we see the magnet? No, it is not structure, but it has its impact. And in this manner, when these inner structure or the antakaran, it goes from one body to another body, it carries along with it all the impressions, and those impressions are called as the vasanas. So, gruhitvaitani sayyati vayur gandha nivashayat. Thereafter, then, which are those? They are also defined. Shrotram, chakshus, parachanam, cha, rasanam, granameva cha. All the five sense organs, ears, eyes, the skin, the tongue, and the nose. And adhisthaya manashchayam. And then mind is expressing through these five structural entities, and then the five types of knowledges come out of five of them. So this is just a phenomenon that is happening. Like electrical energy going through the bulb expresses as light. So light is not individuality. Light is just a manifestation of electrical energy through the bulb. In the same manner, mind is equally an energy expressing through the eyes, expresses as vision. So vision is not individuality, it is a manifestation. In the same manner, expression of the divine through the body as life is a manifestation. It is not individuality. But what happens? The jivana is mistaken as jiva, and the samsara begins. See, my friends, adhisthaya manashchayam vishayanupasevate. And once the mind is expressing through the body, becomes identified with the body. See? And you see the bulbs. These bulbs have got a particular shape. Therefore, the lights also show the same shape. But the light, in fact, doesn't have any shape. But because it is expressing through a shaped bulb, it appears to have become the shape. Exactly the same way. Mind has no shape. But when the same mind is expressing through a particular body, it is as if taking the shape. So, bulb-wise, there are many bulbs. But light-wise, there is one light. In the same manner, body-wise, we are many. But life-wise, we are all one. But when from the life one more fall, and life expressing through the body is mind. Now mind is also one. And that one mind is responsible for maintaining all the physiological functions in our body when we are in deep sleep. But when the body identification happens, thereafter the mind starts thinking in relation to the body. Therefore, we told you this simple technique. Understand this. Thoughts cannot come without a reference. You become husband or wife and start thinking. You will be thinking about wife or husband. Start imagining your parents or children and think. You will think about children or parents. Now remain as nobody and start thinking. Without reference, you cannot think. And we all have only one reference, this useless body. And when this body identification is dropped, as in deep sleep, no thoughts. But we continue to exist. Therefore, in deep sleep, our individual mind merges in the total mind. When the walls of this house are destroyed, the whole space merges with the total space. See? Shrotram chakshus parachanam cha rasanam granameva cha adhisthaya manashchayam vishayanupasevate. Then all the experiences are happening in this mind. And in this manner, utkramantam sitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam So what is the story of this jiva? Utkramantam, living one body and entering another body. Sthitam, living in a particular body. Bhunjanam, enjoying or suffering, good or bad experiences. All these things, vimudha nanupashanti, dull-witted persons cannot understand this. Then who understand? Pashanti jnana chakshusha. What is jnana chakshu? Doesn't mean there is a hole over here. No. Jnana chakshu is you are seeing the sky blue, you say the sky is blue, and yet you know sky is not blue. That knowledge is called as the eye of wisdom. See? Otherwise, I want to open my third eye and keep on. Thereafter, guarantee is headache. See? Don't be physical. So, vimudhananu pashanti jnana chakshushaha. Dekho Maharaj, where the jiva has gone. Punarapi janam, punarapi maranam. Neither you are born nor you can die. ना जीने की तमन्ना है ना मरने का इरादा है. See the joy of life. Otherwise, all the time, Swamiji, please don't mind, please tell me what happens after death. I said, look here, I had no experience. No, but you know so many things. What happens after death? I said, okay. When you are alive, has anything happened? When you are alive, nothing has happened. Either to you or to the world. So when you are alive, nothing has happened. After death, people will be happy. Thank God, Gaya Buddha. We only have that notion. Without me, what the people will do? They are waiting. Go. Vimudhananu pashanti jnana chakshushaha. But it is for whom? Next mantra. Yatanto yoginaschainam pashantyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakrutatmanaha nainam pashyantya chetasaha. Yatantaha yoginaha, those who are putting sincere efforts, and how they are krutatmanaha, those who have perfect control over their thinking process. If your thinking process is controlled, you have controlled the whole world. We get carried away by our own thoughts. Thoughts are no problem. It is the flow of thoughts which creates problem in life. See? And the flow of thought happens when one thought breeds the next generation. So, thought breeding process creates a flow of thoughts, and we are carried not by the thought, but by the flow of thoughts. Like if you go to Ganges, take bath, you can enjoy that. But if the Ganges are in floods and you get into it, Ganges don't carry you, but the flow carries you. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are no problem. Then how the thought flow happens? See? Thought flow happens when the theme of the thought is finite. This I learned in so many places. I get up early morning and I want a cup of tea. So, normally they keep the kettle with the electric plug on, water in that, tea bags, a cup and a spoon. So, sometime I get up and they are not kept. Oh God, why they don't keep them tea bags here, How can I take it? Then cut, disturb. Because theme was, I want a cup of tea. If the theme is infinite, Like Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete in itself. Next thought will not be born. Again you get a pulse. Okay, again some thought is likely to come. Fire. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Thoughts will be there, but a thought flow will not be allowed to be formed. See? Then who can do this thing? It is yatantaha yoginaha. We have to work on this. Pashyanti atmani eva avasthitam. Then you come to discover your own divine nature. You don't have to go anywhere to achieve something. You are that. Atmani eva avasthitam. Then yatantaha api. There are some who are putting sincere effort, but akrutatmanaha. They have no self-control. Akrutatmana. They are the victims of their own mind. And if we want to be not victimized by our mind, use our Mahamantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. No need to comment on everything in this world. Because mind itself expresses as words or speech. And if this door of speech or the mind is closed, mind will remain as mind. This is the external control over the mind. Internal control, don't talk to yourself. So, no comment on anything in this world, what you see, what you hear, and do not talk to yourself. Second, and the third one, listen to silence. Silence is infinite. Whenever infinity is the object of experience, a thought flow cannot be formed. All these things put together is Krutatmanaha. This word comes in Kathopanishad. Nainam Pashyanti Akrutatmana. Yatantaha api. They are putting sincere effort, but the wrong way. When Motu went to the doctor and told, I want to reduce my weight. Please tell me what I should do. Nothing. You keep running. Maybe every day run for 8 miles. Run for a month. Then you can see. And report me after 1 month. So after 1 month he called, Dr. Saab, what you told is perfectly right. I reduced my weight tremendously. Now I am very slim. See, I told you. No, but Dr. Saab, there is another problem. What? I have gone away 240 miles away from my house. Akrutatmana beyakuf. Our sadhana is like this thing. Akash se tapke, khajur pe latke. Yatantaha api akrutatmanaha nainam pashyanti enam atmanam na pashyanti. Because achetasaha. Achetasa means bevakuf. See, there are certain words which has got inherent power. Suppose you are told, see, you are ignorant, therefore you don't understand. And thank you, Swami. Because what is it? No. But if you are told you are Bevakuf, then you, now I realize. Enam Pashyanti Achetasaha. Therefore, friends, mind your mind. Unless you work on this, all other things external is okay. The day you take this as your spiritual practice, you are reborn. See? And this birth is not like the birth our parents have given this wretched body. This birth is such a birth that you never die. See? In the 6th chapter, Bhagavan says, शुचीनाम श्रीमताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टोपि जायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम. He never dies. He continues to exist. But this body will definitely die and perish. Therefore, when a seeker is born, he is eternally a seeker. And who is he? He who is working on his mind, because mind never dies. It is the body that dies, not the mind. And after we have prepared ourselves of this quality, then the meaning of upasana, puja, tirtha yatra, meditation, everything will become totally different. And what is that? Is the next theme. We will read the mantras, 12th onwards. Yadadityagatam tejaha jagadbhasayate khilam yachandramasi yachagno tattejo vidhi mamakam Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaham Ojasa Ushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Pranapanasama-yuktaha Pachamyannam chaturvidham Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha Mattasmritirjnanamapohanancha Vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyaham Vedanta krut veda videva chaham. So this is invoking God. We do puja, we chant arti, stotra, and then we go to the temple, give dakshina, take away somebody's new shoes. People have no end asking questions. They look at my khada, wooden sandal, question, Swamiji, why you put on this thing? Who are you to ask me? I'll do anything. No, don't get angry. But what is the reason? Is it having some acupressure, or in between these two, there is something because of which it holds on and then you get realized? All kinds of funny things. No, please tell us what it is. I said, okay, I'll tell you. When I go to temple, I keep the shoes outside. If they are new shoes, good shoes, other people take it. But when they see my khada, they do namaskar, keep 2 rupees, do namaskar. Then chai pani ho jata hai. So it is neither stolen nor I lose anything. Therefore I feel, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om